Andrew Dwight. Hey, I got an interesting thing, and this has come up a couple of times. We've got a gable. You can see here that we've got a valley here, which means that this is a gable, because if not, it would have shown this and these lines all joining up and intersecting. I'm just going to quickly just demonstrate what it is that we need to do. I'm putting some guidelines in here. I use the tape measure tool to do that, just to quickly allow me to line up my walls. I can type in these measurements. Down the bottom, you'll see I've written a meter. From here, I can type in the width of this roof here, which is, see here, 10240 metric, obviously. While I'm at it, I can find out the width of my eaves. Looks like 450, roughly. Probably could find on the plan. All I'm going to show you is how to create this roof properly is really my main concern. 4.4. Right, and you don't even have to do this. It's just giving me some guidelines for accuracy. And to do this, I might just quickly draw something here, say. Right, I can type in this measurement, which is 5 meters. You can write in 5M if you please. And essentially, what this is going to allow me to do is get these measurements here correct. So I can write in 4500. And so on, basically. And what it's doing is allowing me to have snap points. Whether you're in imperial or metric, you can see that there's probably a discrepancy in the plan there, or I wrote that measurement in incorrectly. Oh, it's plus 90, see that? So that should have actually been 72. So if I wrote 90, enter, I can now delete this one. Good way to find discrepancies in plans. I personally prefer it. Look, I'm not going to get too caught up in that. You've seen how I do that. Now, there is a little alcove in this roof here. However, it shows no valley, so I'm going to go straight over top of it. And I'm going to go to here. And you'll notice it created a face there. You can see through these plans if you choose. And it appears as though we've got a different size here. So I could probably go and write in with my tape measure. I'm going to take a guess at it. To here. It's unusual for that to happen, but you know, whatever the designer wants to do. And to here, so I'm going to delete that, don't need that anymore. I'm not going to need this anymore. And I am just going to need to know the distance from here to here, which I drew that line in earlier. Right, now this is important what I'm doing here. I'm just going to show you one thing. I'm going to create this roof the way that it is. Roof, I just right click, roof, create roof. I type in my overhang, which I think was 450. And my pitch, it doesn't really matter. Fascia 180. Look, if you want to know what these things do here, just hover over them. It's telling you what's going on. Okay, what type of eave and so on. I'm going to go 450 with my eave. I'm going to go submit. Right, and you'll notice that I do have a hip here, which should make it so I could select this as a gable. Right, so if I go, I can either go up to my roof tool, and I can click here, and I can look for gable, or I can right click, and I'll just show you. Here, you notice that if I want to create a gable here, it's a problem because this gable is not segregated, and that's what I'm going to show you to do. So I selected that one there, and because that is a gable on the plan, and I can simply go submit, right in my overhang. I go 500 here, go submit, and I can do that quite easily. I now have a gable there as per the plan. However, over here, there's nothing I can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to Control A, which is select all of it, just so I can show you. And I'm going to deselect the roof, and I'm going to move, Control, and I'm basically just replicating what I've done there. Now, there's two ways we can go about creating this plan. The first way is to simply separate here from here, create this roof, and then create this roof and create a gable that goes over, and I'll do that for you now. Same roof. Right, and I could create a roof here. Create roof. Right, and you'll see that I now have a problem. Obviously, I need this roof to blend into this roof here, and that's okay. What we can do is we can actually over pitch this roof into here, and we can cut this out and we can change this into a gable. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to make this into a gable, roof, add gable. I'm going to choose 90 degrees for this gable, submit. Okay, now I have the gable that I require, but I need this one to get into here. Now, here's an interesting thing, and hopefully I can explain this to you quite easily. All right, what you see at the moment that the roof pitch is this way. So if I went to my roof, I'll just draw a quick rectangle here, and I put a roof here, and if I looked at the pitch of my roof pitch, you'll notice that's where the pitch is taken from. So if I wanted to over key my roof so that it meshed in with this roof, it is going to be the length of where X is plus the distance. So I'm going to show you that. I'm just going to go submit. Right. So I need to know, and what I might do is just run a section through here just so we can see technically what goes on. Right, here we are here. Okay, so the pitch of the roof at the moment, from memory it was 30 degrees. I'm going to draw a line, just turn my section plane off so we're not referencing my section plane. I'm going to draw a line from here to here. Actually, I'm going to go all the way through to here. I'm also going to draw a line up my roof here. So just to make this a little bit easier, I'm going to create a face. So you see there, I go off my axes. I need to go up on my blue axes. Right, and now I have a face. I can get a better understanding of what's going on here. I'm going to follow the roof in the pitch of my roof, which is 30. I know it is because I drew it. Right, and I'm going to put that over where my roof intersects. And basically, I'm just teaching you some, I guess, geometry, how to go about measuring an angle, how to figure out what that angle it should go over onto the other roof should be. And if I go Q as a shortcut on my keyboard, and I went from, see on my red axis there, and I'm going to go all the way over, probably shouldn't have done it this way, until I hit my line there. Now down the bottom right, you'll see I've got 150 degrees, right? That 150 degrees is the distance this gable needs to overkey to work into here, right? Roof, edit roof, or add gable. Right, I'm going to select here. And I'm going to show you another way in a second, which is even easier than this. And I need to write in 150 degrees and go submit. I don't want an overhang, it's going to be 0. Right, now when I turn my section off, you can see that my roof planes the way that it is intended on the plan. And I could probably adjust this overhang. You can see that the overhangs are supposed to line up. However, actually if I get under here, I went 450 overhang with a 50 mil. And sometimes that's a good idea because it gives you somewhere to finish your gutter. Right, so if I hide this plan, right, you can see that I had the desired request. Now there is an easier way to do this. It is a little bit of fudging, but I'm going to show you. Okay, on this one here, I'm going to delete this roof. And what I need to do, I'm going to use my transparent view in styles, X-ray, so that way I can see where my line is. Okay, I can see that it lines up with there. Turn it off. And I'm going to draw a line through here and intersect this line here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat just a tiny little bit. I'm going to move this line 0.001. You can see when I've done that, that doesn't actually work for me because it's moving the whole thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that line, move, control, 0.001, enter, right? Now I have two faces. I'm going to delete this line here, and I'm going to select the entire face, and I'm going to go roof, create roof, Now, so if you want to go technically correct, you would use the first version I did there. I'm going to go submit. And you'll notice what happened. Ooh, 0.001 didn't quite do it for me there because I didn't bust that line enough. I've just gone too small. So I'm going to undo it, Control Z. Yeah, I'm going to go 1 mil. Control Y, just bring that line back. Here, 1 millimeter, which is probably about as thick as you can actually, 1 millimeter. Right, you can see that I've actually got a distance there. I'm going to delete this line here. I'm going to delete this line here. Right. Right click, roof, create roof, submit. Okay, now that's what I was looking for. Now what I want to do is I actually want to make this a gable. Roof, add gable to here. I'll make it 450 overhang this time to suit the house. I don't want to do that. It's going to be at 90 degrees. And I'm going to go 450 millimeters. Submit. Right, and now you will see that I actually have a gable according to what was required there. Okay, both of them are, this one is out of millimeter, so you can go a decimal of a millimeter, but just for the purpose of showing you. You'll also notice in this plan that it does have a little veranda here. I don't know what the pitches are here. So there are a couple of ways that I would deal with that. Number one, I need an elevation, so I knew what the pitch is, but I need to get this roof to plane into here, essentially. So I'm going to take a bit of a guess at the height of that here. And I probably need to move that over. So this roof is going to pitch into here. You see there, if I hide this plan, you can see that it's got like a little strange little valley there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my clear view, and we can kind of see where the intersection of the roof is. So what I'm going to do, I use my shed or skillion roof tool. I'm going to surmise it. So there we go, 5 degrees. Let's make it 5 degrees. I think my fascia height was 180 millimeters. And I'm going to go submit. All I need to do, here is my pitching point. From here to here. The reason why I did that line first is because that is where my gutter line is. I'm going to push shift. Get it line up with here. And bang. Okay, now if I unhide my roof, edit, unhide. I hope I didn't delete that. Unhide all. Right. Let's have a look and see what happened outside of my clear view. And I might need to, because oh, there we go. Okay. Actually got it pretty right. You can mess about with this a little bit if you want to. You can see that I've missed that. I should have come over a little bit further. It just means that the plan's out, or the pitch, which I didn't know what it was. I guess 5 degrees. It could have been whatever. And and essentially I want to move this down so that it lines up with my fascia height. There. And I have what I need for drafting purposes. However, if I needed to actually create this roof correctly, it's in another tutorial, so that we're cutting out for this gable, I would actually use a different method where I would go select here, right click, roof, and I would delete the face. I'm going to go remove roof face. And now I have everything that I need to be able to figure it out. I can just remove that roof face. Right. And it actually opened up the skillion tool for me. If I went and write in 30 degrees, I can go and I can simply trace these lines to get everything that I need to do that. I'll leave that for another tutorial because there's a fair bit to digest there. Hope it helps. Cheers.